from Tampa Bay streaming news leader. This is ABC Action News.
Hello, I'm James Tully. Greg D has your forecast in a moment. First, here are your top headlines. We start with a homicide investigation underway in Thonotosassa after a man's body was found there. Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says the discovery was made near the Baker Creek Boat Ramp Park. Action Air 1 flying overhead yesterday to get us some pictures of the scene. Deputies say there was upper body trauma on the corpse. The Sheriff's Office is asking anybody with information to contact them. Florida Democrats say the governor is not being clear with voters on abortion. During a news conference in St. Pete, a handful of Democrats called for Ron DeSantis to clearly say whether he would support further restrictions beyond the new 15-week ban if elected to a second term. Their questions come after DeSantis hinted at the possibility in a statement following the overturning of Roe v. Wade last month. He said the state would defend the new law, which is facing multiple lawsuits, and will work to expand pro-life protections. What that means specifically remains unclear weeks later. The law banning abortions after 15 weeks of gestation went into effect on July 1st. It remains in place despite ongoing legal challenges. To the latest on the invasive giant African land snails in Pasco County, State Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried says almost 3,000 snails have been collected from more than 600 land surveys in the area. She says neither the size of the quarantine or the treatment area have increased since the program started. That means the population is isolated. The presence of rat lungworm in specimens collected, though, has been confirmed, and that parasite is known to cause meningitis. 16 books came under scrutiny for, quote, obscene material earlier this year, and the Polk County School District immediately pulled them off library shelves. After a review process, they deemed the books could be checked out, but parents can opt their students out from reading them. The updated policy will keep the books off the shelves, and parents must opt in to allow students to read the material. Parents can choose to allow their kids to check out all the books, or can opt in for specific ones. University of South Florida says they broke a record for donations this year. USF has $151 million in gifts for the current fiscal year. This is the fourth straight year the university broke $100 million in gifts. The record represents donations from more than 34,000 people. That includes more than 6,000 new donors. Meanwhile, the Bucs just added some more firepower. The team signed former All-Pro wide receiver Julio Jones last night. ESPN's Adam Schefter reports Jones agreed to a one-year deal. He has led the NFL in receiving yards since 2014. Mike Evans leads the league in touchdown catches in that same time period. Now they're on the same team. Of course, the Bucs starting training camp up today in those hot and humid temperatures. But, you know, when you have Super Bowl aspirations, you add a guy like that, training camp doesn't seem so bad.
No, not at all. And you know what? Just makes them stronger for the start of the season. Of course, those early home games, really right into October here in Tampa Bay, they're all really hot. The temperatures out there today, upper 80s to low 90s. For the players out there, even in the morning, it'll feel like the mid to upper 90s to around 100 by the lunch hour. Then you notice the heat index drops, and that's because we're going to see showers and thunderstorms out there. Similar timing to yesterday, earlier than we typically see it in July. So the afternoon looks pretty wet, but then the evening hours are looking drier. We're following a big drop in the rain chances in the 7-day forecast. Updates on my Twitter feed at Greg D. Weather. James.
Thank you, Greg. Get your news 24/7 right here on ABC Action News Plus.